So what's up? How's it going? All right. So I did a bit of pre-gaming. I set up a really basic project that has my favorite stack. So it has like tan stack. I don't know if it's my favorite stack, but it is a stack. It has tan stack start. I got Postgres database set up. I got Drizzle already set up. I got Better Auth set up. And I wanted to try to use Claude Code and just build out an application. Okay, so I did install Claude Code and I bought the $20 subscription for Claude Code. And I think the main reason I'm doing this is because I ran out of credits on Cursor for this month, so might as well just use Claude Code now, right? So we're going to see how this goes. The way you can get Claude going after you install it is you just type in Claude, and now you can start coding with it. Let's see, do I trust the stuff in this directory? I do. Auto update failed. Is it like out? I don't think I need to update it. I literally just installed it today. But I think the first thing you want to do is you get this little panel. And I've seen people on YouTube, they type in init, which basically analyzes your project and makes like an MD file so that you're more successful when trying to prompt Claude to do stuff, right? So it's going to kind of traverse my code base, make a little file, explain the tech stack I'm using, explain the structure of the directories, and it just makes, agentic coding easier. How's it going, people on Twitch? Tyneson, MB95. What's up, my people on YouTube? Itself as a author? So I really want to try like bare minimum. I got nothing set up. I got just the most simple schema. So if I look at my database schema, it just has like the Better Auth user sessions, accounts, verification, nothing else. Okay. And we are going to see how far we can take this. I'll probably only be streaming for like an hour or so. This is always the worst part of making content is like having a scaffold, a project that you can start with. All right, let's take a peek at that file and see kind of what it analyzed. So it figured out I have all these different commands for spinning up the database and doing whatever. It knows I'm using tan stack start. Okay, it knows I have a hooks directory. That's good. Let's see what else. Components, database schema, land entities. I don't know why I have that and get rid of that stuff. I did copy over from an existing project, so I wonder if it like grabs some information from my seed script. I might want to get rid of some of the stuff. All of this stuff. I think it's kind of polluting. You don't want to pollute your context. That's the one thing I've learned. Don't pollute the context when you're doing agentic development. What is all this stuff? Main, starting the database. I don't need to do anything. There's a for loop, blah, blah, blah. I promise, we'll get to the cool stuff soon. Was there an initializing thing? Database pull end. Yeah, I think that's good. Okay. Schema, create idea schema. What is this stuff? This is also polluting the context. Users can create, I'm going to manually change this a little bit. I'm going to say, I'm trying to make like an e-commerce site. So I'm going to go ahead and just say plant entities or products. Actually, I'm going to say artwork. How about that? And all the rest, we don't know yet. Refactor this. I am using cursor as well, so refactor this to talk about the project, which is something to host my child's artwork online so that people can buy it via Stripe. All right, we're about to start. 14 minutes in, done nothing. Dangerously skip permissions. Nah, I think I'll probably try that later. I'm okay with it asking for permission. The same thing with cursor. I don't want it to just run scripts without me approving it. I don't live on the edge that much. What AI assistant have I been using? I've been using Cursor. I still use Cursor. I think I'm going to use Claude, depending on how well it is. But then also use Cursor for the tab completion, because like, I don't think you can beat the tab completion with Cursor, can you? Nice. All right, let's just start. So the first thing I want to do in my project, let's see what commands we have. So we have a bunch of commands in Claude Code. Probably clear is probably one I want right now. So I'll just get rid of all that stuff. And I want to first add the ability for a user to sign in. Actually, no, let's just start with the simplest. Let's just start with the simplest. Please create a generic landing page with a hero section, a header, and a generic footer. The header should have a logo text on the left, and on the right, please put a sign in button and a dark/light mode toggle. Let's just kick this off. I do already have ChadCN installed, so like a lot of these components and providers should already be set up, hopefully. Let me add all these. I'm going to stage all the changes I just made so that when it's making more changes to my code base, I can see them pop up over here. So it looks like it's going through some to-dos it made. Exploring the existing project structure, creating the hero section, creating the footer, updating the landing page. The great thing about agentic coding is I can come back and just like read chat and then go back and prompt it some more, right? Are they the same price as Cursor? I think ultimately Claude Code is probably going to be cheaper because they are the ones who own the LLM, right? So they can kind of have different margins. Everything that's building on top of these LLMs would probably have to upcharge a little bit to be profitable. Although I don't think any of these AI companies are profitable at this point. Okay. Welcome to ArtStation. We got a nice footer. We got a nice header. Sign in button. Light mode, dark mode. Not too bad. Can I sign in though? Let's see, click it. I don't know. Let's see. That's probably the next step. After a user signs in, actually I could probably clear. You know, let's save some money. Let's save some on token usage. I'm going to say after a user signs in, please instead show a sign out button. Actually, no, please. Let me stop saying please as well. Show an avatar in the header, which when clicked shows a drop down with a sign out item. Now, while it's doing the header stuff, you can actually have multiple Claude instances going at the same time. So technically, while this is like going through my components and changing stuff, as long as I don't have too much overlap, I think we should be good, right? So I'm going to say work on a browse page which shows a list of placeholder artwork cards that users can look through. They should include a title, a cost, and a button to click, which will eventually take them to a artwork detail page. I'm going to really stress test this, all right? Start adding a new data model to my, I believe you can tag stuff, so I'm going to say schema, so that I can track artwork that I want to sell. Is there anything else I want to do there? It should include a price, a title, a description. I probably want to get an image at some point. Go back over here. Let that do what it needs to do. Just trying to run build. I don't need it to do anything. You know, I could just interrupt it with an escape. I think it's good. Oh, my head's hiding this. Let me hide my head. Actually, let me just do this. Okay. So I can't click on Browse Gallery. I'm not sure if that other one's done yet. So we'll go back over here. Link the Browse Gallery button on the index to navigate to the browse route. What's it doing over here? Artworks. Broken. Crash hardcore. Here we go. Placeholder.com. I'm going to go ahead and just say like placeholder.com doesn't seem to load images. On the browse page, the placeholder images doesn't seem to work. Is there a more modern, up-to-date way to get placeholder images that you know of? All right, this one, I think we're good. This one added some models and stuff, so I should probably do npm run db generate, npm run db migrate, Check out the schema. We should have a artworks now. It's just called artwork. Title, description, price, user ID. Yeah, that's good enough. By the way, give me some suggestions. If there's anything that you're seeing in my workflow with Claude that I should improve. I've only kind of like watched people use it on YouTube, so I'm trying to like do with what I saw. This is 2024 at the footer. Okay. Yeah, so far it's looking pretty good. View details. When I click on the view details page, it should probably go somewhere. On the browse page, clicking on view details should navigate the user to an artwork ID page, a route, I guess I should say, which will have a single view of the artwork, the image. Just pick a placeholder image like before. The title, description, price, and a buy button. Don't implement the buy logic yet. Make it pop. Let's see what this does. All right, I'm going to add these changes before I let it do too much. Yeah, man, sometimes you gotta tell them to make it pop, and it'll make it good. If it's Next.js, you need to add it to hosts. Now I'm using TanStack start. Shift tab to cycle modes. Ask a domain name DevLog to capture state after each step. Let it know it can write custom tooling at its discretion in Claude. Shift tab to cycle modes. What does that do? Shift tab. Do I do it here? Oh. Auto accept edits. Plan mode on. Okay. I don't want to plan. Just do it. Just make my code better. All right, let's go back and yeah, I think I saw that you can do think hard, think harder. I need to go read the actual blog post about that. Ask it to maintain a devlog to capture each state. That's actually a really cool idea. Let me try that. I've already kind of screwed up, but let me see if it added what I talked about. View details. There we go. It would pick. There we go. Pretty cool. Yeah, this is pretty nice. Let's just go ahead and add this all. I'm going to say, you know, sometimes it's nice to do stuff manually. So I'm going to say like devlog md. Please update the devlog to have a historic list of changes I've made to the application so other developers know how this application came to be. With each new feature or bug fixed, please describe. You know what? I feel like it's too late. With the current features I have in my application, I plan to keep prepending new updates in this file so that other developers know what features were added historically. That's probably too verbose, whatever. But I'll try it out. I mean, I asked for suggestions, and someone suggested I have like a DevLog, so that'd be pretty cool. So the agents thing, I've seen about that. A gooning pig snuck in. I know you can't get it. You can't get away from it. Just I'm streaming. They know I'm streaming. They're gonna throw in a gooning pig. Yeah, how does agent work? I'm kind of curious about that. Agents. Manage agents. Create a new agent. Personal project. I'll do a project agent. Generate with Claude code. Describe what this agent should do and when it should be used. When asked to make it pop, please research the best UX practices and designs that only the best of the best graphic designers would know about and reapply it to my application. That's off the screen. What's going on here? Okay, Claude Code, come on now. Maybe I can modify it later. All right, let's look at the devlog. Oh, we're gonna need more than that. I'm gonna need like, I'm gonna need at least a number here or something. Plan features? I didn't plan any features. Get out of here. So did the agents automatically run? Or do you have to like specify them to use it? Let's see. Select tools. Create a new agent. Select tools. All tools. Read-only tools. Yeah, whatever. All tools. Yeah, Sonnet, whatever. Choose a background color. I'll make this one purple. Final step, confirm and save. To use this agent when the user asks make it pop or request design improvements. Okay. You are elite UX UI enhancement specialist. Okay. Let me try another one. When asked to refactor this code, put on your best senior engineer or systems engineer hat and redesign the code requested. We'll try 2 of these, whatever. Is this method acting but for LLMs? Yeah, exactly. Ideally, ask for an agent whose only job is to maintain and verify accuracy of the devlog. Okay, I could add one. Listen, I don't know what I'm doing here. So refactoring, let's just do red. Okay. Create a new agent. You are an elite journalist with humor. Whenever changes are made to this code base, please update and document those changes inside. Can I tag stuff? The DevLog MD file. Yeah, I guess let me know, how do I do this? Does this automatically kick in when I prompt it, or do I have to say like, hey, agent, I need you to refactor code, and that's when it figures it out? Use this agent when code changes have been made to the codebase and need to be documented in the devlog file. This includes after implementing new features. I don't know. Let's try it. Wait, no, I'm done. I got enough agents. Got 3 agents now. I think I'm going to... it's too crazy. I need to delete some of these. It's too much. Keep it simple. So I'm going to see if the agent for the devlog stuff works. I'm going to try to have it add a really simple feature. So, for example... Bro, how big are these images? They take forever to load. Here's one. Can't click on the header to go back to the home page. Clicking the header logo should take the user back to homepage. Super simple. But I'm curious what agents will kick in. Okay, I should have just told it the header, because it's having... Look how much it just did just to find the header. Like, seriously? It's a file called header. Like, you couldn't find that? Thousand tokens in. I think the feature might have to be larger. I mean, how do you do it? Document this code change. Oh, I should say add it to the devlog, maybe. The guideline says never proactively create documentation files or README files, only create documentation files if explicitly requested. Add my logo clickable change to the devlog. I probably need like a bigger refactoring. Let me go back to chat. Someone's probably already answered this. Push your limits. Prove to me you're worth the subscription. Try that. You can specify words you want to use. Prompt them or at them. UI actually looks... You can also see the agent's MD file if you go there. Okay. You need to use the name of the agent you want. Gotcha. At... What's this agent called? DevLog. Make it happen. Goodbye, tokens. Can I name the agent? I'm sorry, like name code refactoring architect. Model sonnet, color red. DevLog journalist. The DevLog journalist agent has successfully documented your logo navigation change in the DevLog. Okay. That's a lot. That's quite a lot of changes. Why this matter? In the world of conventions, clickable logo is functional as a doorknob on a door. Okay, you know what? This agent needs to go. This agent's too much. I guess I shouldn't have said the sharp wit thing. Analyze the changes carefully, examine what's modified. We'll keep with it just for fun, but it's going to eat up all my tokens. All right, let's actually start adding some more features because right now we're just goofing off. But I think it's pretty cool. I think we should add a more complex feature, and then we can actually test the refactoring agent. Code refactor architect. Anyway, let's play around. So if I'm logged in as an admin, I want to show a button in this dropdown called like admin panel. Let's try that. If the user is an admin, which you should update the user table to have an is admin. Actually, no, I'm going to make it a separate table. Update or create a new table where I can promote. No, because I don't have to do joins. You know what? Add a boolean to the users table to enable them to be site admins, which, or after doing that, add a button into the avatar drop down that says admin panel if and only if they are an admin. Can we try that out? Called him daddy. Call him the refactor daddy. I'm gonna call all my agents daddy. Yes, do not ask again. npm run. Sure. You can generate some migration scripts. That's cool. I gave you permission. All right, so I added it is admin boolean. And then it applied it, I think. Did it run it? Ooh, it ran it too. There we go. Come on. I think this one's important to document, so I'm going to go ahead and tag that agent DevLog. Document this admin feature. I think it's important. Anyway, while that's documenting, let's keep going. So make an admin dashboard page with a page. This page should not have a header, but instead a left side navigation bar, which has some generic links in it and icons. Surprise me. Then for each sub route, show some placeholder text. Create a new sub route for each left link in the admin panel. Clicking admin panel in the header should navigate the user to this page, this route. Honestly, I'm kind of goofing around, like having it just like pick stuff, surprise me, generic links. This is not how it actually code with agentic coding. I'd be very specific. But I guess I'm just testing the boundaries of like how much can it assume and just automatically add into your project, because it'd be pretty cool to see what it actually gives us. See if our documentation thing's done. Got the DevLog. Go check this out. Admin Access Control Foundation. Every online gallery needs its curator, and today we laid the foundation for administrative control in our ArtStation. It isn't just adding a feature, it's about establishing the infrastructure that will enable content management, user moderation, and business operations as the platform grows. Now, you don't even need a marketing person anymore. Did I talk about the schema, though? Okay, yeah, I did ask about a schema. I mean, is this even useful? Like, will the AI actually start using this in the future to, like, better figure stuff out? Hold up, it didn't even add the thing. Drop down menu item is admin. Oh, I probably need to prompt it to like... Session data user is admin. No, I have to restart. I probably have to restart my server. Sometimes you have to just restart it. Or it's because the session doesn't actually have that user data on it. Nope, I don't know. I'm not seeing the admin panel navigation item in the dropdown. What gives? What is this tab open for? What was this one doing? That's something. Okay, I think what they need to do is I lose context as to like what the heck this agent was even doing. So like if it had just like at the very top context of like, this is what you asked this thing to do, because I've forgotten what this terminal's doing. Like the only way I can track it from what I understand is I have to go here and like rename this. I'm going to call it like admin panel. Like that's what it's currently doing right now, but I don't, you know, at a glance, you should be able to see that. It's trying to host my app again. I need to stop goofing off with Claude and actually use it seriously. Sign in. Why is it not? Oh, I didn't set him as admin. Oh my gosh, I'm stupid. Yeah, I should probably go and load up Table Plus, right? I haven't even made him an admin. Make him an admin. Okay, I feel like there's something I'm missing here. We have is admin. I just updated my user. Is admin true? Okay. Somewhere in my code base, You probably have to customize the session or something. Yeah, thank you for that. I just totally forgot about that. Can't you just use the up arrow to see your last message? See, this is why I like streaming, because people who are smarter than me. Thank you. I knew you guys were smart. There's live chat. Let me do live chat. Just ask Claude. Guess I could. I do kind of like want to know. Session data. Oh, it's printing this out for me. Here is a screenshot of the session. Wait, why did I take a screenshot? Bro, like, I feel like sometimes my brain doesn't work. I'm gonna take a screenshot of code. Oh, that's even worse. Oh, what's going on there? I'm gonna try restarting the app one more time. Just in case. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I just had to restart the app or something. I don't know. Oh my gosh, stop. Let me start fresh. I'm having too much fun with this. Alright, what should I add next? I want to test this out. Admin panel. Admin access is required. Unauthorized admin access is required. When I already kind of deleted that. When I try to access the admin panel route, I get this error. But my user is in fact an admin. Let me add these things. Tibbs, I don't delete comments. So did you put a URL in the comment? Because YouTube automatically deletes any comment that has a URL in it. Yeah, I already added a field in the table. Pretty TUI. What is TUI? If you use /IDE, you can just highlight the code in the IDE. Okay. Maybe I should just let it run stuff. Okay, I'm kind of annoyed having to keep saying yes. Wait, what is it doing? Oh yeah, now it's starting to really execute things on my computer. Let's go. Stop. What are you doing? Let's start fresh. I think I was a little bit confused. It was like trying to actually check all my running containers on my computer, and then it said my database isn't running, but it is running. Go back over here. Let's try this again. Admin access is required. What is IDE? Manage IDE integrations and show status. Okay. Let me just take a peek about like what it's doing to even check that stuff. Like I have an admin route here. It has an index. I mean, none of this is actually trying to like do anything. I have no server functions. Why would that unauthorized admin access required? Do I have some code in here? Admin. Admin index. Okay, I think this might be the issue. First of all, I'm going to go ahead and make this a route PSX. Put the layout in there. Get rid of that. It's okay to code a little bit, right? Like we can still code, right? Okay, let's just get rid of this whole admin check for now. I think it's okay. Here we go. Not too bad. Okay, that looks pretty good, huh? Except for that. What is that? Let me just add that one. I think it's missing. Look at that. Pretty cool. All right, what was wrong with this stuff? So we are trying to get the session. It's using auth client. I think that's the issue. We should not be using auth client. Isn't that a front end thing? I think I'm supposed to just use auth. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is it. Oh, I already have a switch. Okay. So is there a way to like add this line to here? Like, what is going on when I type? Do you guys get that when you're using Claude Code? Oh my gosh. All right, let's race it. It's going to try to look up how to actually get the headers here from context because I don't know how to do it. There's no headers there. What about context? Context doesn't have request on it. It has query client. I want tan stack table. I want start, docs, headers, accessing headers. Get web request. Get headers. Server function. Just feed him. I could just feed Claude the URL there. Let me start over. Read this web page and fix. Can I click drag stuff? Oh, nice. I can, but I don't know if that's the way you're supposed to do it. Admin route. Claude is installing a rootkit in plain sight. I wouldn't doubt it, man. Hey, what's up, Parker? I think Control or Alt K adds the line you selected to the terminal if you're. Yeah, I think I also just need to like give it. I don't know how you do it with Claude Code, but in Cursor you can actually like point it to the docs. But eventually, when your project's large enough, like you already know the proper conventions for doing stuff, and it just kind of works. I think it's like, I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be like get web request or something. It's just struggling really hard. Just do this. Import that one. I think that probably fixed it for me. Oh, it says there is a function called get headers. Accessing. Yeah, but I'm not sure if that's only for server functions or not. But let's try this. Okay, so I can access this site now, but if I switch myself off from admin, go back and refresh, what happens? Nice. Pretty good. So there's an actual like Claude Code plugin I should be using. Oh, interesting. Maybe that's how I should be doing it. Yeah, I guess if you want to be a true vibe coder, I think Claude Code's good, but like I want to just give this a reference. And I'm not sure what the best way to do that is. Like I want this thing to know I'm in this file on this line, because that's where I want you to like fix the code, I guess. Also, how do I mass clear out this whole thing? Oh, okay, double escape, that's cool. Instead of throwing an error on admin, please redirect to a error route which states they do not have access and show a button they can click to log in. Okay, it's kind of hard for you guys to see what I'm doing because my head's blocking it, so I wonder if I can like move this down. Oh well, I guess it's fine. No one ever reads the outputs anyway, right? We just accept it. All right, let's try it again. So I'm not authorized. Access denied. You have permissions to access. Please log in with Google. Well, I guess you wouldn't want to log in because, like, actually, instead of the login button, just have a button which redirects them to the dashboard. What else should I add to this? Do you think it's worthy wait for GPT-5 or should I subscribe to $200 Claude Code plan? I'm using $20 a month and it's so good. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you. If you find value out of it, $200 a month. Like, are you hitting the limits of the $20? Just see below the text input on the right when you select the file. In route. But it doesn't like update, you know? Am I missing something? What this error is. Kind of weird. Sign in is not even doing anything. I'm not sure if I should already be signed in though. All right, so let's just clear out everything. Clear it all out, cleared all my cookies. Refresh. I don't know why that would break. It's kind of weird. I mean, it's definitely breaking from this. What is this thing? I'm getting this strange error in my browser. I mean, I don't think these, I mean, the route tree maybe? Route gen tree? Maybe somehow this got broken. Okay, I don't like this Claude Code thing being up here. What's going on? Oh, that was just a split terminal. Oh, okay. I gotta zoom out. Sorry, guys. Can you rename this? I can. Okay. Stop. Let me restart my app. I feel like I had something going there. Like, why can't I just put the Claude Code? Yo, what changed though? Like this was working just fine. Doesn't help that I have like 1,000 files I haven't committed yet. Oops. Auth client sign in social. How expensive is it? I'm only using the $20 a month plan, so I don't know. Maybe I'll run out of. I don't know how to know how many like requests I have. Just read the error. Does not provide a named export. Yeah, but this is something that's not part of my code. Like I'm pretty sure this is nowhere in my code base. See, it's not there. So this is coming from a third-party library, which is weird because this code was working fine a second ago. And I don't think these things broke it, but could be the package lock. Okay, we'll figure it out. CSS enable load your config file. Why? All right, I guess when in doubt, stash the code, you know? I mean, something must have just broke, so it gets stashed. Hopefully it doesn't do everything. Oh, it does do everything. Oops. Did I just lose all those changes? Let's see. Yeah, now it's really broken. Coming from React Store dist. Coming from TanStack. Interesting. I guess this is what you get when you play with TanStack start. Let me try it again with Claude Code, see if we can fix it. But I am going to commit this stuff. Lots of changes before I get into the same situation where I like break everything. Go back over here. I'm getting this error when the app loads. There you go. Start doing LSs over my code base. Let's go. The app is trying to import it as an ES module. What do you guys think the issue is? Is it in the header? No? Is it with the unauthorized stuff? Delete the whole admin page. Okay, that fixed it. It's something in the admin route. And now it's back. Okay, so now let's go to the admin route. Probably where it's doing that whole, like, before each. If I... Was that the issue? Too unauthorized? Unfortunately, I deleted that. Okay, it's definitely in this before now. We're gonna figure it out. It must be this get web request stuff. Okay, there has to be a different way to do this. I even know where I would look. Like, I want to go and look at the TanStack start docs. It's React 19. It'll fix it. What's the error? I did start a project recently, 403 and RBAC. What is it called? Vibe coding? No, this is what we get when we use software that's like still considered beta. And it's using software like React 19 that likes to do canary releases and break stuff. And you have a whole ecosystem that's built on a house of cards, which is the Node ecosystem. I think we're creating a server function would fix the issue. Yeah, I guess so. Let's try that. Is admin equals create server function. Why is this not? Okay, it's not even like importing right now. Here we go. You know what? That's probably the actual issue. Thank you for that comment. Although I don't know why this... They like changed their imports for everything. The validator is not working because it's importing that wrong. What is this? I promise, guys, I know how to code. I promise. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's working. Listen, I coded all day today. I'm tired. I should probably get off the stream at this point. Yeah, let's turn off is admin again. Hello unauthorized. Yeah, I completely messed up this thing because I had so much in my Git history. All right, let's start over. I'm going to say, oh, stop. Design this unauthorized route to look nice and have a button that directs back to the dashboard. Shout out to Islam Abdurizak for that comment. You fixed my issue. Yeah, that's one thing I've seen in TanStack start is sometimes the issues are like very obtuse to understand. And I will give it to Next.js. They did a pretty good job with their error messages. But no shade. It's hard to build an open source framework with a small team of people. Cool. Okay. I'm going to do one more feature. An admin should be able to manage their artwork from the admin dashboard. Add a feature which allows them to add a new piece of artwork, including a form with client-side validation use form hook that will invoke a server function, TanStack server function, to store the artwork in the database after it's submitted. Show a notification when it has been successfully submitted. Show a spinner in the form button when it's currently submitting. Let's see what that can do. Oh, I forgot to make it pop. Ugh. I'm using Postgres for now. I remembered you talking about it being isomorphic. You know, I did say that a couple times in videos. Yeah, I mean, so far, I think Claude Code's pretty cool. Do I think it's better than Cursor's agent mode? I don't know. I have when I have the Claude model on Cursor, it can one-shot most of these features as well. And I'm obviously I'm biased because I'm more used to it. I've been using Cursor for like a year now or more, and so it's very easy for me to like add reference and use the Cursor rules and all this other stuff. But I could see. I think this is the one reason why people are loving Claude Code so much is that they may have tried Cursor and they probably had it on auto mode for the model, and auto mode just kind of sucks. Like it just breaks code. It just has bad code. When you try Claude Code, it's using the Claude model, Claude Sonnet 4 by default, which has really good results. And I think that's one of the reasons why I think Claude Code is getting hyped up so much. Although it does have this cool agent stuff that we kind of played around with on the stream, I don't think I've yet to see the true power of it. Like I haven't had a chance to call the refactor agent to like refactor some code or anything, but yeah, overall, I mean, I think the key to all this is the models. And I think the person who makes the models, Anthropic, like they're going to be able to charge less But I think Claude Code honestly is just going to end up winning because like they have access, direct access to the model, and they could literally increase prices on their API and shut everyone out if they wanted to. Like if they wanted to, they could basically like kill all these other agents, these coding tools. But it's probably not in their best interest to do that, right? Because if another model comes out that has better better results than what we see with Claude, that would be problematic for them. Can Claude Code hook into other models? I think that's also something that if you get good at knowing the limitations for certain models, and also when you know that some models run a lot faster than others, you can be very, very proficient at like, okay, I'm going to switch my model real quick because I just need a really fast like answer. You can switch it to like Gemini. What's a fast one? I think Gemini's decently fast. But Auto's supposed to do that. But I mean, Auto sometimes is just like a mixed bag of results. But ultimately, I think you're going to end up coding no matter what. And so, like, that's why I still want to use Cursor. Like, I need the tab completion. I need to be able to do my VS Code shortcuts that I already know. But I'm curious what your thoughts are. Yeah, auto mode on Cursor, you have to hold its hand the whole time. Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, that's like the one reason. Because for the longest time, I kept like seeing these YouTube videos pop up, and people on Reddit are like, "Dude, Claude Code's amazing," and I'm like, "Okay, I guess." And then I started using it, and I'm realizing, okay, I think they just think it's amazing because it actually uses like the best model out of the box. Cursor's auto mode just it sucks, and it's just gonna continue to tarnish the reputation of Cursor. Because if that's your first experience, you use auto mode and it like blows away code or it like adds in some old package. It's just not a good onboarding experience. I think they should default Cursor to Claude Sonnet. If you just install Cursor, like that's the default, and they give you like 100 free prompts with it, and I think they'd probably get a much better feedback. And then their pricing change made a lot of people mad too. So what did I just add in again? I don't remember. Manage your artwork. So if I go to the admin panel, is there a way to even like add in artworks? Okay, I got artworks here. You can search artworks, add artworks. Test. $10. Let's add it. Spinner, artwork added successfully. Let's continue on here, I guess. Fetch all the artwork and display it on the from the database and display it on the artworks route. Also on the admin dashboard, add a button to browse, or add a button so that an admin can go and browse the artwork like a normal user would. Word, not would, whatever. I've also been using Zed lately just out of curiosity, and it's not bad. It feels very snappy, and the agent is decent, but code completion is horrible DX. Yeah, I mean, another thing I'll point out is that on this stream, I'm kind of just goofing around, but when I'm actually like trying to add features, I sit back and I think. I make sure I'm prompting good. I make sure I add all the good context that I know will be needed to implement the feature, or at least give a good starting point. And the results are really good when you just slow down and like think exactly what you want. You can have like AI plan stuff, which I think Claude Code's actually pretty good at planning. Like these to-dos that it automatically generates, definitely really nice. I'll give them that. But you know, when you're coding live and you're on a stream, kind of just goof around. You want to make it entertaining in a sense. Kind of backfires when you get a bug you have to debug. I wish more people would stream. Like, we need more really good engineers who are using these tools, making videos of their work process, like their workflow. Like, I want to be able to watch people for a straight hour just using Claude Code, using Cursor, not all these hyped up videos with, you know, Claude Code is game changer, and then you watch it, it's like 10 minutes just talking about features, but you're like, okay, can I actually watch you code with it though? Like, I need to see you code and struggle with it so I actually know if it's good or not. But it's like there's nothing on there. It's like I guess leave a. Do you guys know of any good content creators who literally just share their like AI first development process or their agentic workflows? Thank you for the follow. Yeah, buddy, we got a follow goal or something. Hype is what it's all about. Yeah, but I feel like the hype is like drowning our ability to actually gauge the usefulness of these tools. Like, you think that people are like building the next Facebooks and making billions of dollars with their agentic coding tools, but then no one publishes them actually like struggling for 45 minutes because the agents just did a bad job. Maybe I'll start doing that type of content. It's the content I want to watch. I need to watch actual experienced developers build stuff with these tools and not just hype it. Oh, that's pretty nice. Look at that little, nice little animation. Where is my artwork though? It should have added a way. Browse artwork button in the quick actions section. What the heck is a quick actions section? Is it confused? Browse artwork, index, admin route, browse artwork, artwork as a visitor, quick action. Oh, it's this. Yeah, I guess I wasn't very specific as to where I should add that. Review pending artworks. Details. Artwork not found. Why would it not be found? Artworks ID. I just need to buy Tables Plus subscription. 10F52. 10F52. That's the right one. Artwork not found. When... Let me try compact. When I try to navigate to the artwork page, it says artwork not found, but it does exist in the database from what I see. I think you can queue stuff up. Is that true? You can queue stuff up in Claude Code? Why would it not be found though? Artwork placeholder, artworks find. Oh, yeah. Did it not even like do what I told it to do? I told it should like fetch. Oh, you know, I didn't tell it to update that artwork page. Okay, I'll make a cool video. My best tips and tricks of Claude and my best tips and tricks of Cursor soon. And then people can kind of leave comments to give me better directions of stuff. Not a fan of Drizzle Studio. Mainly because when I was using it, they didn't have like the ability to just run SQL queries. Maybe they added that since. I need to check it out. I just been using Table Plus for a while and it's been like pretty cool. And then also at work, I mean, we're not using Drizzle at work, right? So I think it makes more sense to use like dbeaver or Tables Plus. It just seems more powerful. No offense. Drizzle Studio is nice, but like it doesn't feel like a feature-rich SQL browser. Looks pretty good. Okay, I said I was gonna do one more feature, but I'm actually gonna clear this. I'm gonna say, can you please add the ability to upload an image of the artwork and store it in Postgres? Update the admin page for creating new artwork with a file select input. Okay, I have to give it a try again soon. You can run SQL queries in Drizzle. Okay. The problem is some of the stuff for work you can't record for videos. Yeah, I mean, I am the channel. Wait, where am I at? See, hype is trying the web dev Cody for the first time. Welcome, Pinnacle. Bro, and what's even worse is like me and a lot of other content creators in the tech space, like we have actually noticed a huge drop in views. If you don't make videos related to AI in some way, like you just don't get as many views. If you try to publish like an 8-hour tutorial or a course teaching something, people just don't watch it as much. And like once in a while, like hype will come out and there'll be like new tools like GraphQL and everyone hypes it up for like a week or two or a month or two. But I've never seen like such a pivotal change in viewership of like, if it's not AI centered, your content just does not get as many views as it once did. It's pretty crazy. But then in the real world, you'll talk to people and they don't even know what Claude Code is. They don't even know what Cursor is. They still just use like the web browser, ChatGPT, to ask questions. And you're like, man, I think the people who are watching YouTube videos literally are like the 1% of the industry. Or at least the people who are online, like truly staying up to date with what's going on. Because I'm guarantee you there's a whole swath of people who don't even know or have even tried Claude Code or Claude. This thing is still generating, huh? By the way, I'm going to give you guys a link. I'm going to try to record a quick little video while I have some people in chat. This is another app I've been vibe coding, right? The vibe code's real, okay? I've been vibe coding, man. I've never tried recording while I stream, so this might mess it up, but let's try it. All right, everyone join this when you get a chance. Oh man, this is real. This is live. This is deployed somewhere. Let me know if it loads for you. I just want to like have a couple people on this board. moving their mouses around and stuff. I'm tired of AI too, and at the same time, I've just been made responsible to implement agentic flows in my company and improve adoption of AI tools. I work in UK public sector company. Oh, here we go. All right, try to draw stuff. Draw as much as you can. This is going to be on a sponsored video. I just need to get like some recording of people moving stuff, drawing boxes. I'm telling you, man, this is the power of vibe coding. I literally vibe coded this whole thing with Claude in Cursor. And delete items for some reason. I got to fix that. Okay. And he drew. Let me stop recording on that one. Good job, team. I'll probably use that in a video, except for that part at the very end. A little laggy. Alrighty, y'all. I think that's it. I need to end the stream. Yeah, I think I need to work on that a little bit more. I haven't actually tested with like more than like myself in the room. So it's a little bit laggy, a little buggy. See ya, Parker. Yeah, I mean, I think there's a big push for AI for a multitude of reasons, right? There's some people who use it and they're like, well, this is actually pretty cool. Like I'm a lot more productive in adding features and fixing bugs. And without a doubt, I would say it is very, very useful to start learning and using AI. But then there's a whole nother group of people who are like hyping it way beyond belief to get views on content, like on YouTube and stuff. But problematic. All right, thanks for watching, guys. I'm going to drop.